This class, so basically, we we'll be talking on how to get inspiration for your designs, and we will now begin designing like our first screens, right? We have been on this journey of designing a mobile app, and we have taken it slowly from like the first things you should do. And I think in the previous class we also spoke about components and um, other things as well. So in this class I'm going to be telling you how to like get inspiration for your designs, and designing your first screens on the mobile app, right? Yes, I am. So let me see. Okay. Okay, so in today's class, what we are going to be doing is number one, understanding the project brief. We have already seen the project brief before times, countless times before this, and I'll just be going through it again so that we can all see it. Then we are going to identify the user's problem and core features. I think we have already done this already, right? That's understanding the project brief. Then we are now going to be turning this project brief for this Swift serve, because this is one I've been designing in the class while you guys have been doing Fin Easy, right? And next thing is turning the brief into screens, and then defining the MVP screen. So that's like the most important screens to get. Um, and then like the first screens that would roll out before any other features could be added. And then we're also going to know how to find good inspiration, like where you are going to be able to search to get good inspiration before you start designing, right? And then use the inspiration properly. So here I'll be telling us how to like analyze without you copying them, like without you just going to someone's design and just copying it, right? And then I'll also teach you, and then we'll also be designing in Figma, right? So we're now going to turn our research into our own UI. So once again, welcome to day 7, and this is the project brief, right? And I said the first thing we are going to do is what, understanding the project brief. So this is the first process now. So now we already know SwiftServe is a fintech startup that wants to help small business owners and market traders to access banking services without visiting a bank branch. Now the app will help users to find nearby agents, withdraw cash, transfer money, fund their wallets, pay suppliers, and view transaction records. The company wants the experience to be fast, reliable, and easy to use for people who may not be very tech savvy. Now, this is a prompt I'm going to be using, right? I brought it here, and I think I'm also going to share it to everyone, right? And maybe also leave it in the comments chat box on the YouTube page, right? So that everybody can easily see it. Maybe I'll just put a link there or something where you can see the prompt. So this is the prompt we are going to be using, right? And we are going to be pasting the project brief, which is this one, this whole thing. So here I'm assuming a client just told us, oh, I want you to design SwiftServe. It is for this, for this, for this, and I want the app to be able to do this and this and this, but it did not tell us what screens we are to design, right? So as designers, now we are, based on what the brief and the app is meant to do, we now come up with the screens for it. Do you get? So we're now going to be going to what's it called, using this prompt, right? Then putting the project brief, this which is SwiftServe, into here, and then we're now going to put it on ChatGPT to tell us number one, to define the MVP, right? List all the screens that we should design for this product, then explain what the purpose of each screen should be and what should be included. So I like to do this a lot because it kind of helps me to know what I'm already trying to look out for, right? So this is what we are going to be doing. So I'm going to carry this now, Control C, then I go to okay. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, so I'll carry this, paste it here, right? So now this is where the project brief is meant to be here. So I'm going to go and bring that project brief from here, which is this SwiftServe, and then I put it right inside here. Right, so like I said, this is the project brief. Can you see it here? From here down, project brief. Sorry, let me just highlight. I want to highlight it so I can see it. Yeah, so this is like the project brief. Yeah, so these are things we want to be able to do. We want to be able to know the screens to design. That's why we're using bringing this project brief. I mean, using this prompt in the first place. We want to be able to know what screens am I to design, right? And now, before we now go into our design proper, at least let us know what we are designing. Let us just have it there, and then we know that okay, these are the screens we are to design. Then we'll start getting inspiration from there. So I've put the brief inside, and then I'm just going to send the prompt. Okay, so you can see it says okay, these are the main user needs, blah 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 blah. These are the core features to access cash, blah blah blah. What should be in the MVP? So it starts to say okay, the wallets, the transfer screens, funding wallet, withdraw screens, find. Do you get, like, these are the screens that you can now see that okay, they are. This is not the paid version. This is a free version. Yeah, it's not the paid version. This is a free version. So you can. I don't know if I can do that, but yeah, it is a free version. I don't use ChatGPT's paid version. So yeah, you can see these are like the MVP screens that you actually need. So it tells you okay, the onboarding screen. So now I know okay, we need onboarding screens, right? Where we are going to be introducing Swift Serve, blah blah blah, and then here it's just telling us oh, use Swift Serve branding, short value proposition, simple illustration, get started screen, login screen. You can see this already. So it tells us what we are ready to have, right? Which is one. We also have the sign up screen as well. You can see this one says the sign up screen is to allow a new user to create an account, right? Then here also, and it also tells us what is inside. Can you see it? So it can tell you oh, the phone number should be there, your personal business information, your password, verification, and so on. Then your home dashboard as well. You can see this is another screen that you should have. This is probably your most important screen. The user should immediately understand how much money do I have and what can I do with it. You should be able to see your wallet balance. So from this you already have an idea that okay, on my home page I should be able to see wallet balance. I should have a button for that I can click to fund wallet, another button that maybe for withdrawing cash, another button for transfer. You can see okay, pay supplier, find agents, recent transactions, transaction history. Can you see that? So you already know, like, this is a good guide for you to say okay, these are the screens I am to design, right? Then we'll now carry all these screens, put it on Figma, and then start to look for inspiration, right, for each of them. And I feel like that way you can now have a very good knowledge of what to do in each screen. Do you get? Now this is funding of wallets, this is transferring money screen, this is paying a supplier, right? This is withdrawing cash screen. Do you get, like, you can see how it has really helped us to break things down. You can even see a confirmation stroke success screen. Do you get? So it even tells you oh, this is like an example. It gives you an example. For example, transfer successful. This, so even if you are designing, you already know what, in terms of the copy is like the text that you're using in each section. You get? You can also be able to generate that. You get? With use of ChatGPT. You don't really have to use lorem ipsum most times because people just do that, and I don't think that's really nice. So yeah, so these are, like, you can see it listed every single thing. You get? Even included the user flow for us. So it's telling us okay, welcome screen. And I remember having a class on user flow where we were able to discuss on what user flow is, and then even creating a step-by-step process on what to do. And if you look at this is a user flow. When you enter the welcome screen, you go to sign up stroke the login screen. From there, after logging in, you go to your home dashboard. These are the things you see. Then if you go to transfer, these are do you get, like, this is a flow. So you already have something that guides you. And I believe this is one of the important processes you should do when you don't even know exactly how to start. You get? So I can just copy this, right? And I go back to Figma and I paste. So it could be very long and lengthy, but I can just shorten it to maybe something that I really need. Yep. So let me see. Okay. So let me start from here. Maybe I start from this number 3, which is what should be in the MVP, right? And it says I'll structure the app around 5 primary actions. 1, wallet transfer, funding your wallet, withdrawing, finding it. These are the things that the app is literally all about. You get, so that's why we have this as our primary things that we should focus on. Now I'm going to just carry this our MVP screens, right, which are the things we should be designing. Just copy all of them out. Okay, so I think this is good, right? Yeah, Control C, Control X. So I'm just going to bring that out somewhere, and then we are going to use that while we are designing. So now we know that this is what we are working with, right? I can just increase it so that we can all see, and then maybe the spacing, yeah, so that we can all see what we are doing. So now we know, number 1, we are starting with what? Onboarding screens. Now this is where I'm going to go to the next phase or the next section, which is how to get inspiration. We already know, okay, these are the things we are to design. But now, how do I get inspiration for these screens? How do I even know how it looks like? How do I know how I'm going to start? How do I know how I'm going to begin designing all these screens? There are just so much and I don't know exactly how to start, right? That's where inspirations come in. And every designer gets inspiration, right? You get inspiration from something that's already done. Doesn't mean you should copy it. It just means you are getting it as a guide for what to do, right? And I'm going to teach you how to get inspiration, right? So some people use Pinterest, some people use different dribbles, people use Behance, but one thing I really love to use is mobbing, right? So I think maybe I can just check mobbing and then I'll check Pinterest as well. So let's go to mobbing, and I'll teach you something that I feel like you can do, which is also good. So mobbing, I think Jeff has once spoken about this in a previous class, right? So now here, what are we looking for? What we are designing is more like a fintech product where we are helping small business traders. So let's look for things relating to banking apps or something like that that can help us know, okay, where we can see some certain things, right? So let's say I look for a product like Revolut. Mind you, you can also use ChatGPT. If you don't even know what product to search for, you can tell ChatGPT, this is what I'm designing, and I want you to help me to list out a couple of apps or products that are already on mobbing that I can get inspiration for this design I am doing. You get, and it's just going to list that down for you, and then from there you can just start searching, right? So so you can search on Revolut, right? Mind you, I've also used ChatGPT myself to be able to get other products that I can search for. You get. Now if you look at this is, let me take this down. Yeah, if you look at this, these are screens in the Revolut app, right? Now you're seeing screens end to end. Now the only reason why you may not be able to see all the 6,446 394 screens because I'm not currently using the pro version, right? But if I wanted to do that, I would just pay, and I think it's just $10. Yeah, so you can just pay for it, and I think that's about 15,000 or 13,000 something, right? Or 14,000 thereabouts, right? And you can be able to see like screens. Now another thing I like to do, instead of just clicking on screens, you can actually click on flows, right? Now let's see. Now if you look at this, you can click on flow. So a flow is literally, I want to check something first. Let's see something. something I did before that I want to do it again. Okay, so let's just click on flows, right? So the flow is literally like a flow. Do you get how you start and how you're continuing and stuff like that? So here you can see these are like the onboarding screens. So here we already have like a sample of how an onboarding screen, and you can see the flows already, like every single thing, right? You can see these are like their sections where they tell you like a bit about what the product is. Do you get? I don't think all the apps below are just for. Give me a second. Okay, so some of the apps, I don't know if everything here may just be only Revolut, but I know they always break it down, right? You can see verifying identity and onboarding, uploading a profile from onboarding, subscribing to it. So like it's broken down into different categories. So maybe it sums up to the whole but I don't think this is just this 6,000 screens is just for Revolut. I think they're just talking about it in like as as a whole. Do you get? Not just Revolut itself, right? Yeah, so as I was saying, right, you can see the flow, right? You can see this, and like it really helps you to have a good sense of what can be in your onboarding and stuff like that. Now another thing that I would like us to know is you can actually copy this, right? Copy this. Can you see paste into Mobine's Figma plugin? So if you copy this here, copy screens, it's copying. So let's just wait for it to keep. Okay, now 24 screens copied. Now I go back to Figma and then I go to a plugin. Let me go down here. I already have it here though. Look at it. Can you see it? But now I want to show you the process. This is Revolut. I have the 24 screens here. But now let me show you how I brought it here. I'll just go to Figma, I'll go to plugins, and I go to Mobin. Can you see this one? So if you don't know how to get it in the first way, you can just type Mobin, right? And you can see this one. This is exactly it. And then all you just need to do is Control V. You know, we've already copied it from there, so it's already pasting here. And then spaced in. So you just say it to do the work, and then all the screens just come here. So let's just so if you look at it now, you can see that the Revolut screens are coming up bit by bit, right? Yeah. So little by little, what we are already doing is we're already having a guide on how to design certain screens, right? We already have a flow on onboarding. Now I'm not saying you should use only one screen or one product. You can go as many as maybe 3 products. You can go 5 products or 3. I'll say 3 to 5 shots, okay? And then you just study what each of them did, right? Then from there you start to pick up things that they are doing that is good, things that they are doing that you should have in your product, because it's a fintech product and most likely they work the same way, right? So you could be creative in terms of how your own is looking, but it should still follow the same systems as to what other products are doing. You get? So let me go back. All right, so we have Revolut here, right? Let me see if I can look for something else that maybe in a way I think Wise as well is a fintech product. Just looking for Wise. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get inspiration, right? And I've shown us how we can do that. There's something I did before. I'm trying to do it again, but I can't remember exactly how I did it. Like you could literally see something I did. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to show you this, right? Which is, if you look at this, you can see a prototype, right? Click on prototype, and then you can use the product you get. So you are actually seeing a live view of how the product works. So that also gives you, I think this one has a even shorter screens. If you go back to Revolut, because I tried using it on Revolut. Yeah, I think I tried using it on Revolut at first. I was trying to remember how I got there. So you tap on it like this, and then go to prototype, and then here, can you see? You just keep going. You can see each screen. It tells you. Can you see? I don't know if you can see like this. You can see create account. Click on that. You get like so many things. It's literally telling you a very good guide, right? So now you even know how um, a product works, right? And you already know, like, okay, if I click on this, this should be the screen that should take me to. You already have a good guide. Can you see it? I'm literally using Revolut. You get, like, in the onboarding screens, the screens that are available for me. I don't know if you can be able to see some screens. Some things are very tiny though. Yeah, but you can see, and I think we are now in the select plan. So I think this is like the last screen. That's why I can't do anything again. But you can see how we can navigate through actual products to be able to get inspiration. You can be able to see, okay, when I clicked on this, where did it go to? You already have a guide. Your user flow too is even better because you're seeing products using it in real life. You get, so this is how you get inspiration. And I don't know, let me see, banking UI. See something. I don't know why it just goes here. I wanted it to show me something. Yeah, so you can see like these are other screens as well, blah 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 blah. You can just, depending on your product, you can come look for inspiration, go through like their prototype. You can see like good stuff, right? So yeah, this is one of the ways, and this is iOS, and most likely like apps. When we click on web, you can also see web as well, right? You can see web screens. Let's click on web. This is just, I'm just showing you this just because I feel like we should have a good knowledge, but I don't think you can copy or you can view any prototype here for web. I don't think so. Yeah, but you can like see like a couple of screens that are available. But when you pay for what's it called, when you pay for what's the name, mobbing, yeah, you'll be able to see like more screens, and you get good inspiration. So this is like one of the ways to get inspiration. So far we have been able to get inspiration from Revolut, and I said we should go to Wise to get another inspiration. And then I just go to, okay, this is even web. Okay, yeah, so I can click on this. Let me see if I can copy it. I want to copy everything. UI, go to flows, go to copy, copy screens. I hope we are all learning like something, and I hope this has been helpful so far, right? When you at least don't even know where to start, you're confused, like it happens to me a lot. I could want to design something, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to start, and I have so many ideas though, but like I don't even know where to start. So sometimes it could be good that you what's going on, it could be good that you know see other products. Yeah, okay, so now you can see they are uploading little by little. Yep. So now we have like two products. We have onboarding, and that's for Revolut and also for Wise. So if I was to start my onboarding screens, I already have like a good guide to start. So let me see. um, so we already have, like, we have designed this before. I think the first time we were trying to design like just onboarding screens and showing you how we can use these illustrations and stuff like that, right? You can also do that. So here we can also just come, let's say we want to have like a different look on how our page is going to look like. All right, so this is Swift Serve. Okay, I want it to be bold. Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember as well that we also created like a typography guide, right? I don't know if you remember, but if you do, let me tap out. Can you see this? We created for web and mobile, right? I don't know if you guys remember that, but we did. And you can see I actually organized everything. Like for the mobile, I organized everything from the caption to the display, everything. So if you click on this, you can also do that. All you just need to do is group them into different groups and rename it. That's all, right? That's what I did. So here, let's say we want to use, we click on mobile. Let's say we want to use bold. Okay, I think bold is already in use. Yeah, well, let me change it to like, what's going on? Let me see something. Swift Serve. Okay, so don't forget we also created our color style guide, right? So here I'm actually using a color from the color style guide. You can see our primary, secondary, and so on and so forth. So let's say I'm using this primary 500, and then you can duplicate. Now we want to design our onboarding screens, right? I like this flow. This. Okay, let's see if we can do ours to be different. I think this also has almost the same kind of flow where they have these screens. Let's go to Pinterest, right, and look for onboarding screens. This is how I am just doing it exactly how I would design, and I did not want to design anything before this class because I wanted to also task myself. So let's go to onboarding UI designs. Maybe let me use a Fintech App. Yeah, let's go. So let's see if we can find what's going on. I don't know why it's hanging. I don't know. Okay, let's just see something. Okay, so let's see this. I like this. This is really cool. Can you see this? This is really cool. I like this. Why are we having send message in an onboarding screen? I don't want that there. Okay, let's look out for something. Okay, I like this. This is cool. Okay, like this. This is actually really nice as well. Okay, this is really cool. So I'm literally surfing around to be able to find like an inspiration, right, for what we are designing, and this is how it is. So don't like be wondering why exactly am I taking time or something. This is how I act when I'm trying to find like an inspiration. I find something that is good, and maybe something is just off, so I don't find it as an inspiration anymore, or something. Do you get? This is how I get inspiration myself. Okay, so let me just look for something and then we just start from there. Let's see. This is good. Okay, let's copy this. Copy image, and then so I'm just trying to create like a whole idea place where we can get ideas from, and then we can slowly start what we want to do. So I really like this. This is cool. I really like this. Let's see. Okay, this is really cool. Okay, so let's see. So let's study what they have been able to do. Here we have the splash screen. These are like the different onboarding screens. You can see create account and login, right? So while this is playing at the background, you already have these two buttons that are there, and they're just waiting for you to click them, right? And then when you do, you just either get started or log in straight to the app, right? So let me just start with the first one. So we have created the first um, screen. So maybe let me use white and then green. So let's use the neutral white, and then I come here, I click on green. Okay, I don't know, this is meant to be very white too. Okay. I don't know if I added some screens, but let's go ahead. So we have Swift Save, right, which is our splash screen. Now let's go to the onboarding, right? So let's see. There's something I really like that they did here that I think we can also use, but not exactly in the same way, right? I like this stuff. And I think I've noticed it on which app then this is on. Is it Access Bank? Yeah, they have like one screen that shows like a video at the background playing and stuff like that. But this one is like pictures scrolling while you're just on it. So I like this, and I also like what again? I also like this as well. So let's use this and this as inspiration. So let's start from here. Okay, let's start from here. So I don't have what they call it. I don't have copies for what I'm going to use yet. Let me just start with this one. Control C. Bring this here. Since we have already designed this before, can remove this guy. Remove this guy as well. I think we should use white. I'm already using white. Maybe I should use black. Okay, let me just stay like that. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see, change this to neutral, change this to another neutral, then I change this text and this one. Okay, then I change it to black or something. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's take it step by step. Okay, now we have designed this. Now do I want it to be exactly like this, or do I want to make it different? Let me see. Go back to my inspiration. Let's see what they did. I just like going back so many times. You just keep getting new ideas. You get, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, this one has like a whole stuff going at the back. This one has screens like this. Okay. And this one has like just words. Okay. Okay, so let me use this as an inspiration, but I'm going to tweak things in the way I want it to be in our own products. So I really like the I really like these dots here, how they are so silent and not too loud. So we can have as, I think, should I just remove everything? Yeah, let me just do that. So we can have as like here, I'm going to have them on top, right, instead of down below. So I'm going to have as here. Let me see if my stuff is on. Okay, so that we can see the guide. Good. So I'm going to have and I'm going to use, maybe I can use a frame to create that first line, right, and then I'm just going to push it. Good. And I'll change the color. I'm going to use maybe this, and then give it a curving. Yep. And then yeah, and I'm just going to duplicate this like that. I use Ctrl D to duplicate, by the way. Then I can do this and then put this into a frame and duplicates. So maybe we are going to have 4 screens, right? So this is the first screen, and then these are the other ones. So these ones, because we have not clicked on them, so they shouldn't be this color of green. So I can now change the fill here. You can see why it's always good to have like a color palette you work with, right? You can come and change it here. You can see how easy that is. You can just come change it over there without you having to come and start reducing opacity like the way we used to do. Maybe you change this to like 50, like that. You get, instead of doing all that, if you have if you have created a color style guide, it's helps you out. So I just want something small like that. Is this okay? Okay, so let's see. So now I brought this into it, which is like showing you exactly what page I'm on. Then maybe we can have okay, let me bring in a text. I'll bring in this one. Yep. And then I think we already have a button, so I don't need to design that from scratch. Yep. So now maybe I don't want the subtext, and I want this to be up. I want this to be up here. Where's that guy? Good. Delete. So let me make this to be left aligned. So I'm just showing you exactly like how I come up with ideas sometimes, right? And don't worry, the first time you're doing something, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? When you have realized that, oh, you're not really comfortable with how something is, then you can tweak it, make it better, look at inspirations again, you get better ideas. So don't kill yourself trying to make it perfect, because I do sometimes, and it takes you a lot of time, right? So don't try to make everything so perfect, right, the first time. So we have, maybe this our first copy. I'll still look for copy sharp, but I'm just using this as like a fill for now. And then we can have maybe our illustration, right? Why am I using POS? Using flow. Let me go to, I want to go to maybe community. I want to just go to the illustration pack and look for something and then use it. Maybe I should have made it into a component though, so that you can just change. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so I want to go into this. So this is my Fintech illustration app, by the way. Okay, so let's use I don't know, what should we use? Let's use something that relates to money. Okay, money, banking. Okay, let's look for something. So once it loads, we'll use like an illustration that flows with what the app is all about. Well, since that is still loading, let me go to this, and I'll tell ChatGPT to come up with copies for my 4 onboarding screens. So I'm just going to use this recording. Okay, hi ChatGPT, I want you to come up with 4 different copies for Swift Serve onboarding screens, right? I don't think I need a subtext, just one good text for each of the screens, and then which illustration can go with each of them. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. So this one can say it's okay, I don't have this, but let's see. So this is banking made simple for your business. So it has come up with the different copies. Can you say this? Banking made simple for your business. Let's go. So all I just need to do, okay, it has opened now. But let me go back and put it there so I don't forget. But you can see how I just came up with the copy without having to know exactly everything from scratch, right? Yeah. I feel like this thing is so tiny. It's just my eyes. I think it's so tiny. Yeah, let me increase it a bit. Okay, tap tap tap. Yep. Okay, banking made simple for your business, right? So I'm just going to look for something, or maybe I should place it in the center. What do you guys think? Let's just use it for now. Let's leave it here. Banking made simple for your business. So let's look for an illustration. Illustration. What can I use that will go with this? Banking made simple for your business. Banking made simple for your business. Okay, does this make sense? Maybe we can use it money save. um, just using this as a sample. So one good thing about this illustration pack is you can change the colors to fit what you want. Yeah, you can change the colors. So if you're working on something that has to do with green, you can, fix the colors, change them. So that's one thing you can do with this, right? So let me move this a bit down, and you can see our screens are slowly coming together, right? This is exactly how it works, just little by little, and they keep coming together. Don't kill yourself or like stress yourself because you're not getting something the first time. You would get it after a while, but look at inspirations, they guide you a lot, right? So this is it. So we have banking made easy or made simple for your business, and I'm just using this illustration because I just feel like maybe it flows, right? So I want to change some of these colors to what we currently have. So maybe I change this to, what can I change it to? Maybe blue. Or let me first change this blue, this purple rather, to green. I don't know if it will make sense, but let's try it. Okay, so we have green, and I think this is already cool, right? I think this is good. This is really cool. Yeah. So we already have like our first onboarding screen, and then we can duplicate again, go to the next one. So I want to really be fast with this so that we can go to maybe the home screen and get inspiration for that as well. So I'm duplicating this 4 times. Sorry, I don't know why my screen is kind of taking some time, so it looks like it's lagging or something. I don't know why, or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe I need to update my Figma or something, I don't know. Okay, so this is third screen and this is fourth screen. Oh, I forgot to add something, which is the skip, right? If someone wants to skip, I didn't add that. I think I should do that. Yeah, let's do that. Control V. I'm gonna bring this, where is it? Good. Yeah, then I put these two into a frame like that. I hope that helps. Yeah, so maybe I can just change all the other screens to what I have here. So I press on Control C. I don't think I've ever taught you guys this, but if I want to change all of these screens at the same time to this exact one, I'm going to press Control Shift R. Can you see that? All of them now have changed all together. Control Shift R. Yeah, it helps your work faster. Like you can change things together. So yeah, that's like a shortcut or something. Yeah. So let's go back to ChatGPT and get our second. Where's the other screen? Okay. Let's go back. Send money and pay suppliers with ease. Do I even have anything that can go with that? Listen. I'm trying to see if there's any illustration that I have that can go with send money and pay suppliers. Send money and pay suppliers. Okay, I think this is not really like it's vibes, but we can just use it. Let's see, change. I'm just going to adjust this little by little. So I don't know if you all noticed how we got inspiration first, and I did not just copy what someone did. I got an inspiration from what they did, but made mine to be different. Right? I loved this, how simple it was, but in my own design, I brought it up here. I changed some. You get this text was down here, but me, I'm bringing my own up here. You see other screens as an inspiration, but yeah, using it in a different way. You get not just copying, right? And again, sometimes you may get a very good idea from just trying something, right? Yeah. So sometimes just try something different, and you may really get a very good. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to change the purple, I'll be using the blue, to something darker. Yeah, this is also cool, right? So I've changed that, and then we have our second one, and then maybe we go for the third copy. So can you see how I've created a copy? I didn't have any copy before, and I used ChatGPT to create these copies, and then I looked for illustrations that match this, right? And hopefully in the future I'm still going to create more illustration packs, because I plan to create a huge one that'll be very good for almost any project you're working on, right? So soonest in the future, I think that will be coming to play. But let's continue. So let's go to the next one. So what's the third one? Find an agent and access cache nearby. Oh, okay. I feel maybe this one I can use. Find an agent and access cache nearby. Okay. Find an agent and access cache nearby. Hmm. I don't know if this is gonna make sense. Oh yeah, this POS can make sense though. Relates to agent, or I don't know. Kind of relates in a way, sha. I don't know if that makes sense in any way, but yeah. Okay. Replace. And how did I replace? I used the same Ctrl Shift R, right, to replace the illustration. I copied this one from the other one, and then I just clicked Ctrl Shift R. So you can try it or write it down, and then maybe the next time you're doing something you can try it out, right? Don't forget to write it down, it will really help you. So I'm going to change the colors here too. Come here, F, and then I come here again and change to a darker color. Yeah, and boom, that's it. Right, you can still do a lot more things, but I'm trying to keep it simple. Some people still go to the back, maybe add the background, whatever. Just keeping it simple, right? And then the next one is stay in control of every transaction. Successful payment. Okay, maybe I have something that flows with this one. Okay, stay in control of every transaction. Let me just use this one. I think safeguard me. What? Stay in control. Yeah, looks more safe. Okay, I'm just adjusting. Yep. And yeah, when you're adjusting, always use like the edges like this. It helps you. Then if you do like this, I think you just kind of see it just goes bad. So let's change this to green, and then this to dark green. Yep. So now we have our, I don't know, this onboarding, I may still calm down to like do something, but for now I just want it to be like this, just something simple so that we can all get, there's still a lot of creativity we can do with this shop. Yeah. Maybe if you wanted a logo, maybe we can have a logo. I think you can have, let's see, logo. It's just for fun, by the way, so don't mind me. Logo, let's see, just want to have like a sample logo fetch, logo Ipsum. Yeah, so let's just look for something. Swift Surf. I don't know, in a way I like this guy. Let's just look for something. Let me just use this guy. Yeah, X and expand. I'm just using a sample logo, by the way, just for us to have a very nice stuff. Then I change the color here. I use green. Yeah, let's just leave it like this. I don't want to take anything too serious. Okay, so we have like our onboarding screens, right? So what's the next thing we are trying to do? I think we already have it in Figma, but let me just come here and be checking it one by one. Okay, so I think we are done with onboarding. So we have sign up screens, right? What else? Allow user to create an account, phone number, blah 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 blah. Okay, we have sign up screens as well. Okay, so if you go back again, you can see where is it? Where is our inspiration? Okay, here we have. So once you create an account, it takes you here. You get started. You add your phone number. I think you add a phone number. Then what else? Then after that, you move like that. Let's see. After adding your phone number, then a digit code, that is the OTP code sent to you. Then all these other things, right? Yeah, but we may not just need all of that, right? Let's look for another. What should I call it? Looking. What's the name? Let's see. Okay, sign up UI design. Are we following all up to this point? Are we all good? Okay, Phoebe is good. Is any other person okay? Are we getting what I'm doing so far? Gianna is also good. JJ is good. Angela is good. Okay, so you guys are good. Thank God. So I want us to. The reason I'm taking it step by step like this is you can always get inspirations for different things, like each screen, right? And it will really really help you. I like this. Look at this. Let's get started screen. Can you see how amazing it looks? Like so lovely, like so lovely. I'm copying it. I'm just going to take it to this page and copy. So sometimes you can also have like your mood board screen, right, where you have a list of like different products that are like giving you inspiration, or what you're getting your ideas from. You get, everybody has mood boards. I do, you should too, right? So this is like a let's get started screen, right? You can see this, enter your email, blah blah blah. And my question is, what if I don't want to create an account and I want to quickly move to another screen? Yeah, what if I mistakenly clicked create account? Anyways, let me not start doing critical thinking here, because this screen now, I should be able to also go back to login, just in case. I don't know if you guys get, like, I'm only saying create account, but what if I mistakenly clicked this and I want to go back to login? I don't know if you get, like, there should still be an option where I should be able to, yeah. But anyways, let's go back and continue. Okay, so this is, let's get, but like, I like the way it looked, so that was one of the reasons why I got that. You can see this as well. Let me zoom in. Can't really see it, like everything is clear, but not this. Yeah. There are also inspirations on Figma community as well. So aside from looking at all of this, you can also go to Figma community and see like good screens as well. Maybe I should go there. Let's see. They're like good screens you can use. Let's go to Figma community and check for maybe Fintech App. So I hope we are all getting it, because I really love it that everyone is following right? I'm really trying to break it down as simple as possible so that when you are also building, you can already like know how to start, what to do. Yeah, and I just knew this was going to be paid for, but I hope I can preview, sha. So I don't think I can access this, but I'll just like to go through it. Okay, still loading. Yeah. So this is somebody else's stuff as well. I think this is a paid. Let's see. Can't copy it, but I think it's meant to be paid. I don't know. Yeah, but whatever. I don't know why I have access, but yeah. But anyways, look at the flow as well. You can see this. We have this person's own. They are like personal information, blah blah blah. You can see this. These are the onboarding screens as well. You can see it. Create password. You can see how you can get inspiration everywhere, right? You can know how to design things. Okay, these are images. No wonder, because I was like, how did this person's product? I thought it was paid, so why would I be able to see it like this? Yeah. So these are images actually, which is good. Yeah. So where are we? What are we checking for? We're trying to check for onboarding screens, right? The sign up screen. Okay, so this someone sign up. Nope, not really, not really, and not in fault for this. So let's go back to this. Okay, so I'm just trying to look for a screen. It's not like I cannot just design something. I just want to look for something and then just tell us how we can, get inspiration from there and then use it for our own design. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Yeah, so let's go back and paste this here. Okay, so here they just have a very simple page where you just, once you click on get started or something. I thought, okay, I changed it back. I was like, why did this change? Okay. Yeah. So here should be like get started. Get started. So now if you click on get started, it should now take you to the page where you can what? You can be able to now log in or sign up depending. So I said I like this. This is very simple, right? Which other example can I see? Let's look at Revolut. What they do here. I think theirs is also very simple as well. Okay, so let's just bring this up and then look at what we can learn from two of them and how we can design our own. Right? Yep. Okay. So this is the first one and this is the second example. Yeah. So now what I want to do is design a sign up screen, right, where people can easily see, they can easily include their phone number and then continue. So I think on most fintech products you always have to sign up with your phone number. You have like an OTP and all that. So I think for that, this flow is better than this. I think this is just signing. Okay, yeah, this is just a sign-in screen. This is not a sign-up screen, right? So I'm just gonna push that aside. This is a sign-up screen where you have not signed up at all before. You're just about to create your account, right? So I'm looking for sign-up screens. I don't want to just see sign in. but I think we can just go ahead and just design, right? Let's see. So here I like their example. Mind you, most of them just look exactly like this, like in terms of this. But let's see, can we do something different? Okay, so we have this, right? So okay, maybe I should tell. Let me just do it instead of telling ChatGPT exactly what to do again. Get started. Started. So here I can have a back button. So I also have. I always like to use one particular icon pack. So I think I already have one here. I hope it's here. Yeah, icon pack. So I think this is view sacks. Yeah, so we have it in linear, in bold, I mean in outline and in bold. Yeah, so I like to use one icon pack, right? You can, that's why you see some products, they have inconsistent icons, and the reason why is they are using different icon packs, right? Always make sure you use one when you are designing. So I'm trying to look for maybe an arrow. An arrow should be, where are you, okay, here. Yeah, so how you can get this, you can just go to your community and search view sacks. Yeah, view sacks. View sacks. Yeah, and then you can see it. Can you see it? This is it. So you can just go there, like copy the icon pack, bring it to your file and use, right? So yeah, so that's what I did as well. You don't like, view sacks, Phoebe? I say Phoebe, JJ.
Sorry, what was the question?
I said you don't like, because I saw like a thumbs down. So I was asking whether you don't like um, view sacks icon.
Well, the thumbs down was not from me, but I used to use ViewSax earlier, but
Oh,
I don't know. I just prefer Iconify because ViewSax you have to find the file and like copy from there. But Iconify, I just use the plugin, and I don't know. It's easier for me to use Iconify than ViewSax.
okay. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I also use Iconify a lot too. Sometimes I feel like VSAX is just classic. Yeah, depending on what I'm looking for. But like, Iconify has almost everything you're looking for, and it's also a very good. I think I've used it in the class before, right? If you just go to, maybe I should use Iconify in this class so that everyone can. So anything you're looking for, you can always get it here. Because sometimes I'm looking for certain icons in ViewSax and I don't find them. Yeah, I'm only using this because I only used it at first because I was just using it for basic stuff. So we can use arrow and you can go to this. So you just import as frame. You can see it here. Ctrl C, Ctrl X, and then I'm going to replace it with this one. And I told you to replace it. What's Ctrl Shift R, and then I can change the color here. Alright, I can change the color to this neutral black. Right, so we already have the arrow, and then we have this. What else? Remove this skip. It's not needed. So we have get started, right? There should also be a I'll put this in a, so there should also be like a subtext that just guides users on what they are doing on this page. Maybe now I don't know if I should just use this because it's most likely the same thing. Let me just use that. Um, let me just use that. Copy. Enter your phone number. Phone number. Let me reduce this text. You can see how it's always good to have a style guide. By the way, I'm doing all this with the use of my style guide, right? So always have a style. Why? What is this? Why is it this? That's so weird. Okay. Well, you can always change. And again, if you, let's say you wanted to change your what do you call it? If you wanted to change the font you are using, you can always come and change it. Right. So you can go to, if I wanted to change this inter now, because this is currently inter, I can come here, go here. Can you see it's currently inter, and I can change it to, let's say, clash display or something. Can you see it? And it automatically changes, right? But I'm just using inter throughout for this. Yeah, so that's why I was just looking at this. So you can see I've been able to bring my phone number and what else. I think the text is still too big. Sure, we'll send you a verification code. I mean, what they call it, OTP code, and then I'm send you an OTP code. Yeah, okay, so delete this, and then how can we do this? Yeah, the screen is still most likely same. Is there anything I can do? Same. So we just create this, right? um, let's go right, Nigeria, our country. There's a place I got flags from. I have to go and remember that thing. I can't remember where I got it from. I'll check again. I used it in a project recently, but I can't remember. Yeah, Nigeria. I can change this to yeah. No. Would this be visible? Maybe I should use, let me use green, the primary color, and I use this. Yeah, okay. And then maybe I put the stroke of yeah. Oh. Well, let me not be too perfect because that's what's turning into right now. So okay, let's continue. Then I can use my Iconify pack. I'm going to change this, put the, so I want to change this one to like an arrow that is like this, like a an drop down arrow. You get? So I'm going to change it. Go back. So what I do is I click on this arrow, click on Iconify here, and then click on arrow again. An arrow again. I think I should write drop down. Drop down. Okay, look at it here. Boom. Replace icon. Can you see that it has replaced? That's exactly what we wanted. So let me change this. So you can see it, right? Let's see. Should I use medium? Yeah. Okay. So you can see how we have been able to bring. Why did I use? Sometimes it will just be as if your mind is not even flowing. It happens, don't worry, as a designer. It happens so many times. Because there's some things that you just be like, why am I doing this? Like, what is happening in my head? Right. Um, should I have it drop down here? Okay. Instead of a drop down, let's have a flag. So to get flags too, I think I also use plugins. So you can go to plugin, flags. The place I used to get flags from, and it's really cool. Flags. I'll change it to maybe Nigeria. So think it has already entered the file. Yeah, now where is it? Because sometimes they just come into the app and you don't even know where they are, and that is very annoying. You now have to start doing ultimate search. Let me click it again. Okay, so it's here. Yeah, I didn't see it before. I think we'll just have at the back of this. Okay, so control, let me reduce it first. Yeah, control C, and what's control shift V, I mean control shift R. Yeah, change this to change to black. Yeah, and then we can have, maybe I should do this. Yep, and then I just drag this like this. And don't forget that the reason why this is quite easy for me to just drag like that is because they are inside the frame. If you notice, they are inside the frame, and it has like an auto layout that is already in the middle, so no matter what I do, the content will always be in the middle. But if I put it like left aligned, or hey, let me see something. Okay, let me reduce the padding. Yeah, if I put it like left aligned, you can see that it's changing. If I put it right, if I put it middle, you get. So it's always good that you also use frames. I think we have had a discussion about frames before and how important it is to have in your, like, use it while designing, right? It will really help you to, you know, make your work faster. So now here I'm just going to write enter your phone number. Yeah, so what else? There's something I'm missing. I don't think so. Okay, so already have an account. Okay, it's also good to always write this. This is what I was trying to talk about the other time when I told you we were trying to create an account and there was nothing like this. So if I'm already here, that means I have to either click back, right? But having this is also like a very good option because you help the user to navigate back to where it's meant to be. So in case he mistakenly clicked create account instead of login, you can just click on login and goes back there, right? So that's something you can also note, right? So let's do that here. Already have an account, login. Yeah, and I'll change this to green. Yeah. Okay, see. Okay, and then I can use this. Yep. So we have this first one. We have been able to create this, and the reason I'm doing it something similar to this or something that looks like this is because it works, right? And it also flows with how I've been designing as well, right? So that's why I'm deciding to use this, right? If I've been designing something else, you know, I could decide to use a different flow, but I decided to use that as, you know, a guide as well. Okay, so what else? Okay, we have a button. So I think when someone sends you an OTP code, um, enter your phone number, will send you an OTP code. Once you enter, you should be able to go to, what should be the button? Can anybody suggest? Right, if you, the first thing is you enter your phone number, right? Once you click on your phone number, what should that button take you to? Like what should be written on the button after entering your phone number? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Like here now is written get started. What should have been written there instead? JJ, can you answer? Continue. Okay. JJ, what about you? Any idea? Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, I don't think you're there. Okay, so you can actually have continue. Continue is also good. Create accounts too is also very good because it tells you, um, like it tells you exactly what you're about to do. Do you get? So we can actually use create account as well. Create account. Are you speaking?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Sorry, is this the end of the flow though?
End of the flow. What do you mean?
Like after this, it says create account. I thought though I was thinking of a pop-up like to confirm the number or something like that.
Yeah.
That what came to my head.
Oh yeah, that's going. We're still going to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I was asking you, like what should this text have been instead of create account? Is there any other text that it should have been? That's what I was asking. Like any text. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Maybe next. I don't know.
Okay, so like I said, create account is actually one of the best things to have because um, like it tells the user exactly what he's about to do, right? If you just click next, it does not know, okay, what am I doing? Do you get? So that's one of the reasons why we have this create account as it is. I don't know if you get. So when you're now maybe after you have sent like an OTP or something, the button can now change to maybe verify or something. Let's go to Revolut's own. Let's see how their flow was. Can you see? Let's see. Okay, so this one is after the person has clicked on create account, it now shows is this number correct. We'll send you a confirmation code there. Then click on confirm. Then you can see this one where it says include the 6-digit code, right? And let's say you click on it. So some people have a button here, right, where they'll say okay, verify code or something like that. But I think in Revolut they just put the 6-digit code, right? So once you click on it, like once you type the 6-digit code, automatically it tells you whether it was correct or incorrect without you clicking a button, right? And what else? Yeah, I think we already know this. So I think okay, look at this. Incorrect code entered. So it means that automatically once you clicked on this, I don't even think they had any button unless you'll have seen it here. So once you type your 6-digit code, it just automatically comes here, right? And then it tells you, oh, like this pop-up comes up and says your code wasn't correct. Check the code again and try again. You get? So that's how like we have how different people approach different things. Somebody else may put a button there for you to click, while somebody else may just feel like, oh, just type the code and after that it just automatically goes itself. Do you get? So I think that's why we also said study how people do their stuff. It helps you to have a very good idea on how to do yours as well. Do you get? So yeah. So we may not be designing like all the whole screens in this class, right? But I wanted to also give us like a good guide on everything or like on some things that you should know because I want us to design our own app by ourselves, right? So what I think will be good is for FinEasy there will be a list of designs, I mean a list of screens that you should design, and then of course you know that you have to go and do like your own research. I don't want to design everything for us because I feel like that way I'm not going to help you become a better designer. I'm only teaching you how to get inspiration from products and how you can learn what and what not to do, how you can make your own changes, how you can be creative about things while still sticking with what is currently working in the system. You get, don't try to be too creative that your work is or your product is now confusing for your users. Once that happens, you don't have a product anymore, you just have something that's confusing people, right? And I'm sure that's not what we want to have, right? And then uh, yeah, that way you'll be able to know how to design products and stuff like that. So let's say we create on create account. I think I'll just create this last one, which is the verifying account screen. I mean verifying code, rather, like your OTP code. um, I don't want to design this because I feel like we already understand what comes up, but in your own design you have to design every single thing, right? I'm just saying that so that you know, like when you're designing a real life project, you have to do that. Don't skip any process and stuff like that. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, this and maybe this. Yeah, so I'm just designing this because I want us, as I said before, to be able to know how to get inspirations. It is very, very important. Once you know how to get an inspiration, you know how to read, you know how to understand people's processes. It helps you to know how to design yours. You get, I don't necessarily have to, I'm going to even do something different with this, but this is like a guide, right? So let's say now I click on, I already have an idea on how I want this to look. So now I click on this, right? I click on create account. Let's say, let me make this one um, like this, meaning you can't click on this because you have not entered your phone number. That's why it's grayed out. But let's say you have now entered your phone number 81 this, right? Just any number. Boom, boom, right? Now once you have clicked on create account, now it can now take you to this next screen, which is the confirmation screen. Now if you look at how they did their own, their pop-up comes here, but we can have our own pop-up come out in a different way, right? It could be from under the screen, like it slides up, right? So let's design that together. So it could be something like this. I think let me first use this. So I like to put like an overlay on it first. Yep, I like to do that a lot. Then I change it to something like black, and then I reduce the opacity to maybe something like 50, so that way you can still see what's at the back, but then this is the pop-up that we want you to see. Do you get? So just look at, if you look at theirs too, you can see that there's like an overlay at the back. Can you see that? Like there's a black screen covering it, and then there's now a pop-up, so that the pop-up can show well. If the pop-up is exactly on the screen like that, it doesn't really come out so well. Do you get? So yeah, so I'm just going to design this, then I'm going to edit this. I'll come here to the corner radius. I want the two top sides to be curved, maybe 10. Is 10 too small? Yes, maybe let's make it 20 and 20, right? So what I want to do is, I said I want my own pop-up to, right, like slide up, right, and then I can slide it back down when something happens. So I'll come here, and then I'm going to put, this is going to be the slider icon here, or what should I call it, icon, or yeah, I think slider icon. Let's see. So you can change this, then I can make it curved like that, and then here I'm going to have something like this, and then I bring this here, copy it, paste it here. I'm using this as an inspiration, right? But you can see that I'm trying to do something different. So let's go again. Boom. bring the flag, blah blah blah, put it in a frame, Ctrl Shift A. I can write plus 234, boom. Then I can write, is this number correct, something like that. Or are you sure this number is correct? Something like that. This is just a sample. Are you sure this number is correct? What do you write here? Is this number correct? To send, okay. Are you sure this number is correct? I can now write an OTP code will be sent to you. Yep. And then there will be a button to either confirm or go back. Okay. Make this bold. Yep. Boom, boom. Shift A. And then I'll bring this, Ctrl C. I'll paste it here. Ctrl V. I'll bring this, make this wider, and then duplicate this one. I'll make this one like my secondary button, right? So like this. Yep. And then here is going to be something like confirm, right? Confirm, or what's the other one? Go back. Yeah, go back. Can you see how I have to increase this is too small. Well, can you see how I've been able to have like bring different, use something as an inspiration, but I've now been able to create something different from it. Do you get? So that's exactly how you can actually, design products. You can look for inspirations, get them. So if I move all this, now we should be able to see what we have been able to do in this class. Right, I want to move all of this. Yeah, now can you see the flow? So we have our onboarding screens and stuff like that. You don't necessarily need to put an arrow behind this, right? It's not necessary, right? Except if you have been doing that before, so you can now continue, but there's no need. Go back already tells you that you're going back. So yeah, you can see what we have been able to do, and this is exactly how you can start your screens and slowly gradually design everything. Do you get? Now it may not be perfect, but of course we have like a good way to start, and then from there we can gradually continue, reiterate, and make our product better, right? So this is exactly how you get inspirations from mobbing, from Pinterest, can get from Dribble, from Behance, from anywhere, right? Sometimes you can even get good inspirations on Twitter. Yeah, you can get good inspirations on Twitter as well. Some people have released some really good stuff there, and also on Figma community as well. So I really hope everyone was able to learn something, right? How to get inspiration, how to check how like their flow, and how to now know exactly what to do from there, right? I hope we have been able to learn that. So yeah, over to each and every one of us. Do we have questions? Is there something that we need to get clarity on and stuff like that? So over to you guys. Lesson, they're the first name I'm seeing here. So any question? I don't know if you can hear me. Angela, what about you? Any question? You guys can unmute your mic.
No, none so far.
Okay, so were you able to understand everything, and was it easy for you to grasp?
Yeah, it was easy to grasp, but if possible, if you could please like drop the video link again, I'd like to rewatch it.
Okay,
There are some things I need to get clarity on.
okay, no problem. Phoebe, what about you?
Thank you so much. There's no question from my end.
Okay. Kelvin, you are you also good?
Uh, I just have to like watch some of the videos, but like yeah, so far.
Okay, that's good to hear then. Yeah. No problem. The video will be dropped soon, so you guys will be seeing it very soon. So I think with that, what I'll do is I'll be dropping the assignments. The assignments will be for you to start designing your own products, right? Which is fin easy, and I will just maybe list a couple of screens that I think you guys should design, and don't design it exactly the way I have. I want you guys to be creative. I want you guys to go out there, research, do more, get more inspiration, then design your own screens, right? You can use my illustrations. I would love that. Um, from this fintech isometric pack, that would be really nice. Okay, the prompts as well. I will make that known or drop it as well while I'm dropping the assignment. So yeah, so I think the next I want us to be able to do this, like design these screens. So I'll give you guys like enough time. So maybe the next class we'll be having will be next week. But I want you guys to take this time to really look in, because from here I want us to prototype, right? Like link all the screens. So if you have not designed them, you're not prototyping them. So it's important we have the screens designed. You know exactly stuff to do, and then we can. I'll also check it, drop feedback, and then you guys will know exactly what to do, how best to move, and you get what not you are meant to remove. So yeah, I hope with this, we have been able to get so much, and we have been able to learn so much. So yeah, thanks guys for joining, and don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share. Yeah, and what else? Yeah, like my fintech isometric illustration as well. Just leave a like or something. Yeah, I think that would really be nice. Thanks guys for joining. Happy designing, guys. See you in the next class. Bye.